The number one thing you want to avoid when starting your clothing brand is getting scammed by a manufacturer. And trust me, you want to know exactly how to talk and communicate with these manufacturers because they can tell that you're a rookie, you're just starting your brand, they're gonna get over on you. Unless you're somebody that's heat pressing clothes in their mother's basement, you're gonna have to work with suppliers in order to scale your brand to that next level. And trust me, I've been through many suppliers in my time and building my brand to 7 figures in sales. In this video, I'm gonna go over the exact tactics that I use to negotiate with my manufacturer and get my prices so low that I can be able to sell my hoodies for as low as $28 per hoodie. Not only do these negotiation tactics help you get lower prices, but they also help you receive your products faster. And if you're a clothing brand owner, you already know how important it is for your bulk to never get delayed, because this can then turn into your payments getting delayed from Shopify and you missing out on a ton of sales and angry customers, which can eventually shut your brand completely down. So trust me, this video is definitely a must watch for any new brand owners or even those who are already getting tons of sales with their clothing brand. As trust me, I'm going to be letting you know something that you don't already know. The number one thing you need to make sure you're spending time on is your research in these manufacturers and actually knowing what they specialize in. Different manufacturers specialize in different things, so you can't get mad if a hoodie manufacturer is doing terrible on your hats or your shirts. We actually have a different manufacturer that makes our hoodies, shirts, hats, shorts, everything, because different people specialize in different things and we want to have the best person at the best price available. Now, a manufacturer might also be good at hoodies, pants, shorts, all of that, but they might charge you a crazy price on the pants and the shorts compared to what they're charging you on the hoodies, just because that's not what their office specializes in. A good way to be able to tell what somebody specializes in is when you go to Alibaba.com and you're researching suppliers. Most of the time they'll tell you at the top of the profile of that supplier, or you can also just ask to see a lot of previous work that they did for other clients, and you can see if clients are mainly ordering hoodies or if clients are mainly ordering shirts. That's generally what they tend to specialize in. Because when you actually see some previous work, they're just going to show you top clients and top past samples that they already made. They're not going to show you something that they're not that good in or don't specialize in already. You want to make sure you also know all your numbers, know the exact measurements that you want for all your items, know the exact MOQ that you're looking to order, know the exact price that you're trying to get your items for because you're trying to sell it at this price. All your numbers need to be known before you start negotiating with these manufacturers. And if you're having trouble and struggling with the measurements, just measure out a hoodie that you like in your closet and send those measurements to them. Make sure you have the exact units for these measurements as well, because in China, Pakistan, wherever you're getting your product sourced, they may use different measurement units for their products. Also, you want to make sure you know the quality and materials that you're going to be using for your products. If you're trying to drop a super high quality product, you don't want to make it super thin, super lightweight. You want to make sure it's a heavier GSM and a more premium feel on that product. But let's say you're making something for, let's say, the gym. You want to make sure it's a more breathable fabric, something like a dry fit material, and not something super heavy that's going to have them sweating all extra crazy at the gym. If you're struggling to figure out what exact material to use, just look at what other brands are doing that's selling a similar product and see what type of material and GSM they're using for their products as well. Now, before we get into some of the more advanced tactics I use for my clothing brand to negotiate the best prices and shipping times, make sure you understand this is a partnership between you and the manufacturer. One person should not be trying to just completely get over on the other, and you guys are both benefiting each other because it's a complete partnership. Trust me, that manufacturer needs your business just as much as you need them to help you make your clothes. So just keep that in mind and don't feel like they have complete power over you in this scenario, but also don't just try to get over on them completely, because they're not going to take that as well. The first thing that you want to negotiate is your payment terms. Being able to space out your bulk and manage your cash flow is going to be crucial, especially when you're first starting your brand and have a ton of other expenses as well. Most manufacturers I know will agree on doing half and half payments, which means you pay half at the start of the bulk, you pay the other half when it's shipped out. But me personally, I like to split it into 4. I pay 25% to get it started, I pay 25% when it's halfway done, I pay 25% when it's shipped, and I pay the last 25% once it's actually delivered to me. And the only reason I'm able to do this is because I've been working with my manufacturer for about 3 years now, and I've been consistently placing bulk orders with them throughout this whole time and being a good customer to them and keeping up our relationship with each other. This is not something you're gonna be able to do with a brand new manufacturer, so you might wanna just stick to the half and half payment terms at the start. But if you're already been working with your manufacturer for a long time, I would at least try to introduce the terms and splitting it into 4s. I even know some brand owners who would even do a net 30, net 60, or even a net 90, which means that you just get your whole bulk made and then you have 30 days after you get it in order to pay it off. But you would need a strong relationship with your manufacturer in order to do something like this. You want to also make sure some type of quality assurance with every bulk order that you're placing. I have a quality assurance with every bulk I place with my manufacturer, whether it's in China, Pakistan, anywhere. I always make sure I have some type of quality assurance so that if something comes in, not the way that the sample is, I can get my money back and have them either remake the bulk or just do a whole new order in general. Because trust me, if you don't have this literally written down somewhere, they will try to just pretend like it was just always like that and you didn't agree to have that made that certain way. You want to also leverage competition as best as you can. Let them know the prices that you're getting from other suppliers and that you've been looking at other multiple suppliers as well that are making good quality products for your brand. Because that manufacturer feels like that they're the only manufacturer that you're talking to, they're just going to feel like they can just offer you anything and you're going to accept it. And don't just bluff either. If you feel like you're getting a better price, better quality, better ship and speed from a different manufacturer, and go work with them. Even if you've been working with your manufacturer for a long time, don't be scared to move on for the better of your business. Just make sure you're always protecting yourself when working with these manufacturers and make sure they're verified suppliers and not just somebody random that just DM'd you on Instagram trying to work together. And I know a lot of people hate on Pakistan suppliers, but me personally, I love Pakistan suppliers because they can make the same quality as China for half the price. Now, if you're trying to make a super high quality piece or super detailed, you're gonna have to get it made somewhere else besides Pakistan. But if it's just a simple screen print hoodie or t-shirt or puff print, whatever you're doing, and it's just a simple design, you can easily get that made in Pakistan with the exact same quality. And if you have the money to do it, the best way to go about this would be to buy a sample from China, get it made in the highest quality you can from there, and just send that exact sample over to Pakistan and have them remake that step by step. And because they have that product in hand, they're gonna be able to copy the exact fabrics, measurements, and materials that they're using on that product in China, and they're going to be able to make it for half the price, so you can sell it for the same price and increase your margins, or sell it at a lower price to increase your volume. You want to make sure you're protecting yourself not only in quality but also in shipping speeds as well. A lot of manufacturers will tell you that a product is going to get there by a certain time and it doesn't make it by that time. It'll make it a month later or sometimes even 2 months later, which deals with a lot of angry customers and then getting your money held by Shopify, which can eventually shut down your whole clothing brand. So you need to have some type of agreement set in place that if it doesn't make it by this date, you get some type of compensation, whether that's more extra pieces on a future bulk or a price reduction on the current bulk. So that's exactly how you negotiate with your manufacturers for your clothing brand. But if you want to learn more detail and advanced tactics on how to start a clothing brand from zero and get it to 7 figures per year, just watch this video right here. I'm going over marketing strategies and all types of things that these influencers are not telling you. So if you're serious about starting your brand and getting into that next level, go click that video right there.